for me, my motivation definitely comes from the client. To see their resilience and their determination and how they can pick themselves back up and go again at it and go again. It's remarkable. Like I don't think I could do it. I look at them some days and go, how do they even manage themselves and keep going in their circumstances and their situation? And I look at them sometimes, and it's not that, the majority of clients we work with, they don't choose to, they choose to commit crime. They don't want to commit crime. And sometimes it's, it's a matter of survival. If I was to ask myself, honestly, if I was, if it wasn't for my family of origin and for my nurturing, I got an education and love and etc., all the conditions, that a child, gets growing up, would I be in similar circumstances to the clients I work with? Yeah, I think so. If I, from the day I was born, maybe was brought up, in the cot there was drug deals going on overneath my cot, there was cars being burnt outside my door, everyone around me was in a similar situation, and your opportunities are quite limited, and your parents are just surviving from day to day. I think my motivation is definitely seeing that resilience and that strength, and that inner strength in the clients we work with and how they keep going.
Yeah, there's nothing more motivating than meeting a client, particularly after release, and seeing how well they're doing. Even if it's college course or a job, or even if it's not that, but just managing in themselves and still out there and surviving and getting on with life, and and to have that person back to you, and just to see the little steps they're taking, that's where my motivation will come from. It doesn't have to be that they're successful in a job or successful in a course, but that they're happy within themselves, that they're out there, they're leading a crime-free life, they're making bridges within their family, they're taking part within their community, like we said, back they call community reintegration.
This time you get that, it's nearly like a reward. Like yesterday I was driving tennis and I was going through the toll bridge, and I pulled up the toll, and next thing it was an ex-client sitting in the toll bridge. Anyway, it was that I honestly smiled all the way to Ennis, because it was early in the morning. He was sitting there with his yellow jacket on him, and he was as happy as Lar and smiling from ear to ear. And this was someone who'd overcome gambling, someone who'd overcome homelessness, someone who'd overcome huge amount of things, and it was that was just massive for him. So
because when you do hear the stories, the horrific backgrounds, people don't just wake up and decide to commit a crime. There's a whole story there behind the person, and as Louise was saying, there go I, for the grace of God. If they'd had the same opportunities maybe that we would have had growing up, their lives would be very different. And I think it's definitely, when you hear the stories, your heart will break.
It is.
It would, but
it is all products of your environment. We're all products of our environment, and that is very true.
Like I've met lads in Pats, the same Pats, whose granddad, never mind their dad, their granddad would be in Mountjoy, and their dad would be in the Midlands. Do you know what I mean? Like, and there was one young lad done for a very serious crime, a killing, and his father was serving life and his grandfather was serving life for murder. I grew up in a family where there was a work. You left school at 15, you got a job. There was a work ethic. They never went to school, and they just committed crime, and that was what you did. That was the family business, or whatever way you want to put it. It was just the social structure that they lived in, they grew up in, and you're fighting. They're trying to fight all of that, and you're trying to show them there is a different way. But when somebody actually gets it and does it, that'll keep you going for 100 times.
It is a business. It's like every child wants to make their mommy and daddy happy and be proud of them and all that, and that's natural kind of. A 12 or 13-year-old has been told to carry a gun from Ross to South Hill, and they've been told not to go to school, and this is what they're to do, and they're kind of soldier kids, and they're running around the place like that, and even if they get to 17 or 18 and they've been taken out of school by their parents, if they even consider going to college, their dad and their mum is like, you clowns, what's wrong with you, like, why aren't you doing the family business? We're trying to break all that too. We're trying to break through a whole family kind of attitude to what I mean, how you make money, social structure. That's exactly it.
The bit I love is not so much even when I see them getting a job or something, but when I see their family relationships getting restored, and you see people's families being put back together, slowly but surely stuff coming together, and then eventually the job stuff works out anyway. But to see families and relationships, and to meet guys who, when you meet them, they're not talking to their partners, they're not talking to their kids, they're not talking to their mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, because nobody wants anything to do with them anymore. But then to work with them, and then 6 months later or a year later, to hear them saying, my kids were in for a visit yesterday, or such and such happened, or I'm going